Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory here with Will and Tad. We're looking at some week one recap again. Today, we're talking about an interesting intra-conference matchup between Carolina and Jacksonville taking place in Jacksonville, with the Jaguars coming away with a 26-10 win. Very impressive performance by Jacksonville. We were certainly impressed with what we saw out of that team, especially to me, at least. The big storyline in this game is the breakout performance from Travis Etienne Jr. on the ground, 16 carries, 143 yards. So they were needing a big season from Travis Etienne. He did not have the season he was hoping for a year ago. So hopefully for him and for this team, this is a springboard off to a bounce back year in 2025.
Yeah, Travis Etienne Jr. I would definitely consider Travis Etienne Jr. The best running back on this team. Obviously, you after this game, Tank Bigsby does get traded to the Eagles. So going forward, Travis Etienne Jr. As I mentioned before, the workhorse, the RB1, and he will continue. It seems to get his load of carries. This very well just might be the prime of Travis Etienne Jr. Um, where would you rank him personally amongst starting running backs in the league, Tad?
Yeah, looking at some preseason intel I had from running backs, I would have ranked Travis Etienne Jr. around 10 to 12 in the league, and this certainly does nothing to dispel the notion that he's a borderline top 10 running back. Probably needs a few more solid performances to move into that top 10 consistently, but I think he's certainly a high quality running back and has all the potential in the world to be a top tier running back.
And it's not even just the stuff that he does with the football, Tad. It's all the stuff that he does without the football. Just executing his plays well, being able to, if the snap gets faked to him, being able to sell the fake very well, going out to make his blocks that he needs to make. There's a lot of things that he does without the football that also makes him just a premier running back in the league.
Yep, a premier running back. And it's definitely interesting to see what the backfield is going to look like moving forward. You mentioned the trade of Tank Bigsby, so that's going to be a bit different. And maybe they'll get some opportunities for Tootin, the rookie that they drafted this year out of Virginia Tech. They drafted him in the fourth round. So interested to see if he can have a bigger impact now. Of course, in his debut, he had 3 carries for 11 yards. So interested to see if they get him involved more.
Uh, yeah, absolutely. So, I definitely was liking the things I was seeing out of him. I also can appreciate when we're talking about the rushing attack for the Jacksonville Jaguars, how they were able to incorporate even their wide receiver room into the rushing game with Brian Thomas Jr. on a basically a jet sweep route going around on the bootleg, and then him getting the touchdown there. Brian Thomas Jr. to me, switching gears now. Talking about his rushing touchdown and then to the wide receiver room. Tad, Brian Thomas Jr. to me is certainly turning into just an all-around dynamic wide receiver in the league, and my rankings and respect for him are going up pretty quick as a wide receiver in the NFL and just his very young career.
Yeah, certainly interested to see if he'll get more involved in the receiving game moving forward. Of course, only 1 catch for 11 yards today. They leaned heavily into the run game, so um that'll be interesting to watch moving forward. Trevor Lawrence, 19 and 31, 178 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So all in all, he played a respectable game of football. He certainly put them in position to win the football game, which they did. So
And
very interested there.
shout out to Hunter Long on the route that he was able to run, basically like a mesh route into the end zone to get the touchdown catch that he was able to. So, yeah, looking at Hunter Long here, who had the big moment. The now, it seems, fourth year player out of Boston College. So, a veteran, if nothing else, at this point, tight end. Would you rank Hunter Long above or below Will Disley?
I mean, it feels like Hunter Long. I mean, he doesn't get as much opportunity as Will Disley. I mean, of course, he was only in for 6 snaps. He made the most of his opportunities, certainly. So probably would say Will Disley overall a little more consistent.
I
But
mean,
if
Will
we can
Disley
get
is a
more
tight end one.
opportunities, yeah,
I
if we
mean,
can get more opportunities for Hunter Long, then maybe he would move up a bit.
in all seriousness, we do knock on Will Disley a little bit, but he is still a tight end one in the league. Let's see here. Yeah, in the wide receiver room, Tad Deami Brown from the Washington Commanders. He's now in this wide receiver room. Brenton Strange, Travis Hunter, 6 catches for 33 yards. I mentioned Brian Thomas Jr. I mentioned Hunter Long. But yeah, Deami Brown, 3 catches, 52 yards. I certainly expect that we're going to see a lot more going forward out of Deami Brown as the season goes. But yeah, all in all, just a pretty good game of. I mean, obviously not the. Honestly, it really they leaned into the running game a lot. And, Trevor made some good throws. I mean, this is a AFC, or I'm sorry, an interconference game, but of the South divisions, yes. So yeah, just a very interesting matchup. But Tad, more than anything, what stood out to me is how uncomfortable Bryce Young just seemed this entire game from guys like Boyce Aluakon, Eric Murray, Tyson Campbell, Ventrell Miller. So, um, to me, the biggest thing I noticed was just how uncomfortable Bryce Young was in that pocket, given the pass rush, especially.
Yeah, it was really hard for Bryce Young to find any momentum, to find any groove, and to me, I wonder how the delay impacted that as well. I mean, I'm not. I mean, both teams played with the same situation, so it's not an excuse, but it's just like an explanation. But like, I mean, obviously we had the weather situation, so Jacksonville, they came out and they just handled it a lot better. They handled this game a lot better. Boyce Aluakon, one of the more underrated linebackers in the league. I would probably rank him as a top 5 linebacker in the league. The At this point, he's a veteran for sure, and he just goes out there, does his business. Out of Yale, probably one of the better players that the Yale Bulldogs have ever put into the league. So just a great start to the season for Oluokun.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and as far as Carolina's offensive line, yeah, I'm looking at PFF's pass blocking grades. Josh Nijman, the left tackle, only graded at a 38.4 there. So a lot to be desired at the left tackle position for that Carolina offensive line. But yes, Boys Day Aluakon, um, just absolutely going out there, wreaking havoc for the Carolina offense, going in there and just absolutely doing his thing. He's just exciting to watch, just an incredible talent. I'm always excited to see Foyes Day Aluakon play football. So he went out and did an incredible job. Bryce Young in this football game, 18 to 35, 154 yards, flipping gears to thumb, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. And we did mention the sack, and just a lot to be desired from this Carolina offensive line, Tad, especially on the left side. The right side, PFF did have them a little bit higher on the pass blocking grades, but still, Tad, just a lot to be desired from that Carolina offensive line. But Bryce Young, the story keeps going on with Bryce Young, and like, where does it end, Tad? Where does the story end? Where does it progress? Where does it glorify with Bryce Young?
I mean, we just need to see Bryce Young go out and play a professional game of football. That just it did not happen in this ball game. unfortunately for him. So, like you said, I mean, we've been waiting and waiting for Bryce Young to go prove that he can be that guy, and we just haven't seen it consistently for his entire career. I mean, like I said, you give him some of the better receivers at this point. Obviously, you draft Tedero McMillan to be your number one guy. He was probably, in my eyes, he was the bright side on the offense. He had 5 catches for 68 yards in his NFL debut, the the first year player out of the University of Arizona. So, I mean, that's a bright side. But now
I
that you've
mean,
given Bryce Young all these players, you need to see high level play out of Bryce Young. You just got to see it.
this game was basically over going into the fourth quarter. At the 10 points that Carolina did score. I mean, it was 20-3 going into the fourth, and I mean, that touchdown was a garbage time touchdown. So just, I mean, bad look for Dave Canales, bad look for Bryce Young, bad look for the offensive line, especially the left tackle position. I'm calling him out on the pass blocking. Yeah, just not what you want to see. Rico Dowdle, 3 catches, 12 yards. I mean, Chuba Hubbard, okay, Chuba Hubbard, can I just say, he always goes out there. He does his job. He does the best he can be. Chuba Hubbard, what I love about he's a great effort player. He has great attitude. And no matter what the situation is, Chuba Hubbard does his job. I've never complained about him. But yeah, T Mac, 65 catches for 68 yards. I'm sure fantasy owners on that were probably looking for a little bit more. I mean, I know a lot of fantasy owners probably drafted him pretty high, and we're probably excited to see him score a few more points in that regard. But still, nonetheless, in his first NFL game, I think that was tremendously impressive. I also love how Chuba Hubbard, again, how can I keep complaining about this guy? In the receiving game, Tad, I mean, he's out here. I mean, none of the Carolina position wide receivers had an actual touchdown. I mentioned the garbage time touchdown just a second ago. And I mean, here Chuba Hubbard is, I mean, simply just, again, no matter what the situation is, just doing his job. Hey, give me a touchdown pass. Why not? You cannot pin this loss on Chuba Hubbard whatsoever. I mean, football is a team sport, and there's several other guys to be held accounted for in this regard. I mean, Xavier Legette, Rico Dowdle. It's but again, I mean, that starts with Bryce Young fumbling the football the way he did. You didn't want to see that. And I mean, the defense, I mean, obviously, just a lot to be desired on the defense. Like I said, this game was over going into the fourth quarter. Really just Trevor Lawrence looked very comfortable out there and was, I mean, him, Travis Etienne Jr. and Brian Thomas Jr. were able to do their thing.
Yeah, I do want to shout out J.C. Horn though. I did think he had
Yes.
a very strong game. Obviously, the interception was an incredible play. Just his coverage skills. I mean, he's a high level player. Probably in my eyes, the best player on the defense. So he did what he could to try to keep his team in the game as long as he could. And like you said, it didn't last very long, but he tried to do what he could.
He tried to do what he could. So yeah, Jacksonville wins 26-10. Let's see. Who do these two teams play next week? Yeah, it looks like Jacksonville. They will be. So you get the win here against Carolina. Now you get a really tough test as you got to go on the road and face Joe Burrow with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And as far as the Panthers, they travel on the road. They're going to the desert to play the Arizona Cardinals, who started off 1-0. So yeah, I didn't really have any other final thoughts or takes on Jaguars Panthers.
I did want
Unless
to
you
shout
did.
out. I did want to shout out Cam Little going 4 for 4 on field goals. That was
Oh,
a big
absolutely, yeah, for sure. Cam Little,
big
if you had him, fantasy owners in that regard, yeah, Cam Little. I mean, you were definitely happy there. So yeah, a tremendous kicker in the league, tremendous kicker.
Yep. Thank you all for watching The Good Iron Glory. Please like, subscribe, and follow for more content. Thanks for watching.